Hello, what's going on, everybody? Man here, and today is a new day. And guess what I am doing today, everybody? I am building the 20th Century Fox 1994 remake for the 2017 update. As you can see, I started a new file. Don't worry, I could do other random stuff. This is starting from scratch. Got the camera here, got the brick, got the cube here, and I got the simple white here. This is what it would look like in material form, texture form, solid form, wideframe mode, and bounding box mode. So we'll be able to get all that covered as time goes on. Anyways, let's get rid of these because we don't need them. Alright, so now, so let's begin. I'm making this look like the 1994 Fox logo, and I will be using several reference images from it as time goes on. Now, if you'll excuse me for a moment, I will look for some images of it. Let's see. Alright. Let's go to other. Logopedia has it. It starts from 1994 to 2010. So we're starting to use the front. We're starting the front of the logo. So I'm gonna find the logo to find the front view of the logo. Find a good view of the front or up. Depends. Or up, depends. This looks good. This looks like a decent image. Alright. This looks like a completely decent image. Now, all I need to do is just fix it to good size. Fix it to good size so that I'll be able to get my OBS ready. Okay, now to get started on the main tower for the logo. As I see, the tower looks a bit brownish, but in reality it's a bit orange. So I'm gonna enhance the size of this. Oh, and if any of you who's watching this right now and want to remake this on your own, feel free to watch this as a reference video. Back to the chase. It's really hard to get this running, so what we're gonna do is to hopefully color the logo orange or brown. I have to make sure the logo is good, so it doesn't be awkward for when it's done. I want to give it a little darker texture. Here we go. I do want to give it some good texture like the original, but I decide, well, leave it alone. Leave it alone, like solid, like this. As you can see, it looks a bit bland. Cause it looks not bland. It's completely wide, completely the camera, the camera that the free cam, not the camera from Wonder, the actual free cam. The free cam that allows you to fly around. That's crooked by some pixels. Okay, so what we're doing right now is the main tower part of the logo. Okay, this is the main tower so far. and shrink that. I'm gonna copy paste it again. From the original, it's not very big, so I'm gonna make it look small at that too. And while at the same time it has to be exposed like the original. So this is what it looks like so far. If I make it like the right camera angle and stuff. Alright. Here we go with another part of the logo. This is actually a good part. The beginning of the text, the text placement, but I'm not going to add the text just yet, because I don't want to ruin the stream and have you guys be outraged over my shenanigans. Alright, so now how do I make this shiny? How do I make this shiny? Hardness. If I decrease the hardness a bit, maybe it'll be shiny. Let's check and see the material. That don't work. Okay, that doesn't work. That don't work. Okay, so put it like, okay, shading at 0.5. Okay, so my shading's at 0.5. So the logo has a shiny-ish texture to it now, and looks pretty good so far. I tend to be satisfied with my result. But let's shrink it once more. We'll shrink the tower once, shrink it once more. It's not gonna be that tall, I promise. It's not gonna be very tall like that. Okay, so this is what I think the main tower will look like. It looks a bit small. It looks a bit too small in my opinion. So I'm gonna enlarge it a little bit. Plus, if I can get it right and not screw up, there we go. Looks about the same size. Now I think it's the same size. And I know you're bored and stuff and you don't want to see me do all this. So, I'm doing this because someone named Marble Genius thought maybe I could show you a behind the scenes look of how I make these logos. And, as a treat, I am showing it right now. Well, basically, here's the main tower itself. Not very interesting as it looks as of right now. But once I add some details to it, I'll get back to that later, then maybe it'll look normal. Like, good. So, next is the stage. You know, the stage that appears on the logo? Now, excuse me for one moment while I get that up. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Now, where was it? Where was it that I think about it? And if you're hearing a sudden noise, that's my headphones and I'm twitching my ears. Yeah, I'm twitching my ears. Don't ask why. I am just very unfortunate. Dang it, not again. You know I always do this. I think I always do it wrong. I always get this wrong. Well, not get it wrong. I mean, yeah, I always close the wrong windows. I need to find a bright version, like a something bright, like something insane bright. Ah, this one. Yes, yes, that's the one. And I can see that the stage is brown, has a brown color to it. So what I'm gonna do is to make the same orange texture, but put it brown. Not too brown, but it needs to be a bit redder brown, not too much brown. There we go. Looks a bit better. Quite an improvement, but if I go and preview it like this, and I want it to match the original, and I also want to make sure that I want to get as much as possible. I want to get this as much done as possible without it flickering. Because if it flickers, then there's gonna be a problem. And I don't think there's supposed to be problems. So, what we're doing is trying to get the logo right. Trying to get the logo correct. And yes, I am doing this on Blender 3D. Blender's a really cool program that allows you to build whatever you want. No joke. I really like how the people at Blender Corporation has done everything. And I want to give you a little backstory of everything. And how did all this come to be? Basically, the Matt something version of... There's a Matt something... forgot what his name was. Forgot what his name is. If you can tell me what his name is, you'll earn a sub from me. You'll earn a subscription from me. If you answer this question right. But there was some guy named Matt something. I don't remember what it was. And he made his own TCF logo, which looks very, very different compared to the other logos. And most of us probably state that, well, that version of the logo seems to be the start of all the Blender remakes that we seem to enjoy so much and want to redo. Well, anyways, here's what we got on the main stage structure tower part. Anyways, I'm gonna build the total. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Just stating that yeah, I have annoying little guinea pigs. Don't ask why. Because I will make a sudden outburst like I did in Season 1 of the TCF intro bloopers. Oh man, I broke the fourth wall. Dang it, I broke the fourth wall. Where was I? Oh yes, oh yes. Let's get this thing, get the top part of the structure ready. Get the top structure. Okay, that don't look very good. That doesn't look so good. Alright, here we go. Put this accurate. Looks good to me. Do you disagree upon it? Do you agree or disagree? Tell me in the comments below. Do you agree how this came out, or do you think I should have done a better job? But, well, still, I'm a novice, so... Well, I am still a novice, if you ask me. If you ask me, yes, I'm still a novice. And everything on this logo that I'm doing, it's gonna be handmade, because it's going to be made by me. All of it is going to be done by me. No copy paste, nothing. Just construction on the logo without copying other work, other good work. If I added a camera here, then I don't know. If I don't really want to add a camera here because don't want to add a camera now because things are going to be insane if I add a camera now. Anyways, here's the stage. Looks accurate to the original layout, does it? Only one thing is missing. The little holes on the structure part. But first things first, the base. Yes, we gotta build the base for the logo. Otherwise, it won't look so good without the base. Now you may be thinking that I'm up to my own tricks again. Sorry, that's me fixing something up. That was me trying to get something taken care of. Anyways, now that we got our base, well, our temporary base, not a permanent base, it's temporary. Anyways, we'll put this in like a darker texture, put this darker because, and we'll need to be very close for this, because since this is very small, since I don't have much room to build the furrows and structure parts, I might as well add them as I go along. I think this is the small. I think I should put it like a small, decent size so that it looks good. So that it could at least look very good. And I also want to put in a temporary size for the logo parts. Anyways, now it's time to do the furrows. The furrows seem a bit tricky to do because they're supposed to be holes in the original, but I'm making them exposed parts. Now that's not in the original, but I just wanted that to happen because I figured it'd be good. It's supposed to be smaller. Well, for here it's supposed to be smaller, and it could only probably be 4 at a time. Probably only fit 4 for here. So I may have to shrink some of it, or either I have to shrink some of them, or delete some of them. I don't know. And if I count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 furrows that are attached. There are 8 holes on the tower. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be my this would be number 7, if I remember correctly. Now all I'm gonna do is add another furrow right here. That'll make 8. The original amount of furrows. I gotta be careful here because the space of these furrows are dense. I want to make them original too. I'm gonna make them look decent enough. Make them look a bit decent enough. I guess I'll shrink them a bit. Why not? Why not give them a shrink? sometimes these things don't really look so good when they're connected so close to each other. So what I'm gonna do is split them by a little bit. I'm gonna split them a bit because I feel splitting the furrows is necessary when creating logos like this. Allow me to I forgot what I was gonna say. You know, this would be like a good this would be a good stream if I showed the technical difficulty screens during streaming, so you'd get a laugh at the same time and watch a stream at the same time. You know, multitasking. Alright, the furrows seem a bit off, but they'll do. They'll do. Now we just gotta select them without accidentally selecting this part, and get their actual size, and get their proper size in, right? Proper size. And I guess I'll give the top a little more length. I guess I'll give the top more length and width. Where do I give the top more length? Maybe a little more height as I go. Who knows? Well, here's the tower, so here's the structure so far. And if I deselect everything, here we go. I'm gonna go to 5. I'm gonna go here. This is like like if I hit these number pad, the numpad keys, you know, the keys that are near the number lock, where the number lock is. That's what I use to give the logo a good view, like a 2D view. Press 5. That's the center to get a 2D view of this. And then let's see. 3 is to show the right. And 7 is to show the top. 9 is to show the bottom. 5 is to switch to 3D view. And 4 is to go left, and 6 is to go right, and then 8 is to go up, and 2 is to go down, and if I try to hit the 0 button, it goes to the camera. If I hit 0, it goes to camera, regardless if you're in this view or not. Well, this is basically it so far, and let me check my stream timer. Let me check my stream before it's too late. Let me get rid of that stupid ad. Yeah, for some reason, ads keep playing. For some reason, ads keep showing up. Don't ask why. Well, I'll make a loud static noise. If you watch the TCF intro bloopers, you'll understand. Now, I'm gonna do the parts on the right instead of the ones on the left. And that'll be first because technically they're smaller and they're more easier. Don't ask why. I'll make a loud static noise. Anyways, it looks like it's the same color if I remember correctly. So, and the size of it is a bit smaller. Size of it's smaller, and it's a rectangle. A tall looking rectangle. And it's supposed to be back. supposed to be back a bit. But I think I'm going to do the arch first. Why not? Why not? The arch is supposed to be first. I'm going to use them all entirely from scratch. And this logo is made entirely from scratch. Well, this is going to be entirely from scratch. That's pretty much the gist. This will be entirely made of scratch. Meaning that it's a fresh start. Sorry if this is the wrong definition. Anyways. Sorry if there's no music. This is an anti-music stream. Just like the remastered iOS progression and the poll that I did a while back. I had to ask you which bridges I should use when I made Nepfield Station on the Island of Sodor project. Do you remember that? Well, anyways, the winner was the beige road bridge, because I figured I'd vote too, and the bridge was the winner. So now for the arch, not sure what to do with the arch, but now rotation. Okay, so it's stuck on 90. So how about 0? How about 90 degrees? That's... How about 90 degrees here? Decent. I don't think cylinders are supposed to be used when building a logo like that. It's probably just a bit wrong, or I'm still new at this, so don't expect it to be completely accurate. But if I get lucky and make it accurate, then I don't know. Don't ask me why, because you already know what's gonna happen. Why must I tell you everything? Alright, so... Okay, so I think I'll make the arch look fancy, because I think I'll make the arch look a bit fancy. I think arches should not look fancy, but I want them to make it look fancy because why not? And I'll do the same thing for the other side. I'll do the same thing for the other side. There we go. Now just connect them, and yes. And we'll shrink this part of it. Why not? And make the final adjustment. The top part of the arch. There we go. That looks decent enough. But the arch is supposed to be smaller. If I look at the original picture of the logo, it looks like it needs to have its arch shortened a bit. So I'm going to do that now. Don't want to do it too much because it'll go overboard. And it looks like the structure isn't all that short. Okay, so if I zoom it out all the way, then it would look very accurate. And it would look good. Let me add a camera just in case. And position. Okay, I have no idea what happened, but I didn't like it. Wow. These things need to be up a bit. There we go. Glad I saw that. Anyways, if you are new to the stream and you haven't watched it yet, I am Zachman Awesomeness 2. I'm a Twitch fan, basically. And I am planning to make things good. Alright. I'm gonna do this option is very essential because it doesn't reveal the outer parts of the camera. It doesn't display the borders of the camera. So the logo looks good so far. The only minor things might now that I think about it, some minor stuff will be copied, like the sun flash, and probably just the sun flash, who knows. And if you saw my September update for the TCF logo 1994 remake, and the previous remake before that, you saw that the beginning light animation wasn't there. So in this remake, I'm gonna utilize it. And then, well, I don't know. Perhaps I could just get this over with, and I have no idea. I'm gonna flush myself down the toilet. Dang it. Mixed sentence error. You know, for some reason I make a mixed sentence error and don't turn out so well. Well, yeah. And this is a behind the scenes look of making the TCF logo. See the stream. See how many people are viewing this. There's one view. There's only one person viewing this stream. Okay, I have no idea why that's happened. I don't know why that happened. Anyways, here we're doing the right. So we're doing the logo on the right. The arch looks decent enough. Maybe if I shrink it a bit and make it seem like the original. For some reason, it looks like an enhanced 2009 logo for this arch. Well, although it doesn't look like it, but I think, but this looks a bit like it. Not all like it, but a little bit like it. But the camera, so this is what the camera animation would look like for the logo so far. As you can see, the text I need to add, but it'll be later. I'll use the font, what's his name? Ethan 1986 Media, right? I think I'll use the font that he made for this, like I did with the 2013 present, or 2009 TCF remake that I did. And this kind of reminds me of the Vipid video of the 20th Century Fox Text is Gone, if you'd seen that. It shows that the text is gone, and some of the parts that are positioned, that are stationary, where the text is, stays there. When the city is seen, all the mountains in the city are formed in the beginning. Do you kind of remember that video? Because I do, and for some reason it looked a little bland. It used the Star Wars fanfare, which I like Star Wars, but do you know what really grinds my gears? Star Wars is now owned by Disney. That really grinds my gears. Okay, sorry, I don't know what happened there. But anyways, from what I see on one part, the structure, the little small pedestal where the left operating light should be, it's small. It's a bit small. Bit shrinked for here. So I'm gonna move it, and it's supposed to be smaller at the same. It's supposed to be small at the same time. It's supposed to not cover the logo at the same time. This is pretty decent enough, but if I move it back a bit or resize it more, I could think again, but all the same, I'm pretty satisfied on how it turned out, and I hope you do too. Anyways, let's build the roof of the pedestal. Well, not roof. The thing, why do I sound like a dog? Oh yes, after I finish this might probably take a few months to finish. And there will not be a download link for this until it's done. So if you asked about the download link, you won't get the model until it's done. So there. Sorry if I was mean there, but I figured I'd do it because it's for your own good. Sorry if I was mean there. Figured it was really necessary. And I think, and anybody who steals this, I will be angry at. Just like some users dislike their logos being stolen by immature people, like Tristan Pullen, or what's his name, Gagnon. Well, this is basically what the logo looks like so far. Looks pretty decent. Looked like the thing was supposed to be a bit smaller, but I decided, well, go for it. How long have I been streaming for? Wow, I have been streaming for over, let's see, about 38 minutes of streaming. So that is very long of a stream. So what we're gonna do is, well, here's a good view of the logo. It may look like the thing's out of place, but it really isn't. When you go to the final, it may look out of place during the animation. Well, during the camera animation, it may look off, but on the final, when the camera is done panning and the logo shows, it looks normal. I don't know why, but that's just my observation. Now the same thing. Now we gotta go to the big box, the big box on the right to complete the section. Alright, so this section shouldn't take long. Okay, so here is what the part will look like. It's basically a small box, except that it's, well, I'm gonna make this bigger, while at the same time, do not, get this screen in. Here we go. I'm gonna go to a camera. I'm gonna go go 40 so I can show you the full view. So this is pretty much what the logo looks like, and I move this red thing out of the way. That's the origin. Whenever I spawn a new item, it spawns where the red thing is. Just to tell you what that is, and what it means, and what it does. Pretty much what it does, actually. Okay, now for what I think is the most difficult part in making the logo. Well, I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this part. I'm gonna move this part a little bit to the right to show a good example. I'm gonna move this part a little bit to the right. It may seem out of place, but what the heck? It's for the show, for showing. Okay, no idea what just happened. Alright. Now, the miniature part of the logo. Like the miniature connection piece where the searchlight and where the pedestal and the stage meet. Well, not meet, but meet. Kinda sounds like proper meat. Anyways, I will be right back. Hang on a moment. And well, I'm gonna let you listen to some music while I'm at it. So, feel free to listen to... No, I won't be long. Actually, I will not be very long at all. So, what we're gonna do is, I will be right back for 1 second. Hang on. Won't be very long. Alright, sorry about that. I'm done exterminating gophers with some treats. Well, treats, you ask? It's hey. It may look a bit decent. Looks pretty decent. Not very accurate, but I will give it a little change. Give it my twist. Give it a little twist. Alrighty. Let's go to 0. Oops. I meant 0. There we go. Now it looks completely normal. Now what I'm gonna do next is to maybe I'll lower it a bit. Maybe lower it a bit, I guess. So it looks like it, so what I've seen, it doesn't have to be exact. So if I do this, then it'll work. So it'll work. I'll do this for a bit. There we go. That looks a bit better. It's quite an improvement. I kind of like how it looks so far. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to end the stream in a little bit, so I'll check my stream again, and I'm gonna type in something. So how's the stream so far? Okay, so I should be getting pop-ups. No, not pop-ups. I should get replies any moment. And this is what the logo looks like so far. Well, I got this part done, perhaps. Well, I'm just missing the little small piece. Just one more small piece to go. And it's pretty much for the well, it's probably much for the big, it's probably an important part. Probably the most important part of the logo. This little, the little small part that you see that appears near the stairs, near the little pedestal. I'm gonna make sure that that it doesn't block it decent enough, but I think I'll move it a bit further. Move it a bit further and just a little further and voila! It looks like that the arch kinda overlaps to the stage, but it's not. It's just one random part, and the arch is all the way behind. So if you think that this arch is overlapping this part, overlapping the stage, then you're wrong. Anyways, what's left to do now? For this part, you ask? Well, I'm gonna add this searchlight. The little searchlight model. And here's what the logo looks like so far. From a respective distance away to show the bottom. And if I do a good stream, and if if I'm, well, if there's peace and quiet next time there's peace and quiet, I may continue working on the logo. Well, I'll still continue to make the logo like this. I'll still continue to build this logo. But not on, well, I won't always stop after streaming and then get back to it on the next stream. I'm gonna work on this for I'm gonna work on it for a while. This is gonna be a long job. Gonna be a long job. And this is proof right here. See? You think this is overlapping? This is what's actually happening here. See? Normal camera view. free camera view. Normal view, free view. Free view sounds like preview, but I don't mind. Okay, so just a few more things before I'll go for tonight. I may do a remaster of this logo, so... Well, what I'm gonna do is to remaster the logo. So when it's done, I'm gonna build it again. Well, not build it again, but I'm going to modify it like the current TCF 2009 logo. Well, a little bit like it, but not all like it. So, okay, no idea what happened. Forgot to select that. There we go. 15 camera view. Okay, I'm gonna go here and pretty decent. I'm gonna do it again. Gonna add the top. And yes, I'm making it by myself. It may look like I'm doing it. It may look like I'm stealing it, but I'm actually doing it on my own. I'm actually doing it. I'm actually doing it. Alright, so now for the most impossible task. Well, seemingly impossible because A, it's hard to get it right, and B, I don't want it to mess up. This is my first time doing this. This is my first time performing all this. Crazy stunts. Actually, my first time. Okay, so, well, there won't be a News Corporation byline for here because technically the News Corporation byline doesn't appear on this logo anymore. That's the full reason why. Well, the News Corp and 21st Century Fox split in 2013. That's a more detailed explanation, but I'm not gonna get into detail on it because I don't want Zachman Austin Studios to go to bankruptcy. And if it does go to bankruptcy, my face will be red, as an angry red. Have I done a little decent job on this so far? I think I'll extend the tower. Whoops. I gotta be careful when I'm doing this too, because I want to be careful as well, because oh yeah, there's also there's actually some small pieces on the logo. Okay, so I'm gonna add the parts now, and looks like there's another one. Sorry, that was silent. What do you think on the searchlight so far? I'll give it a good view. What do you think on this searchlight base so far? Does it look accurate to the original, or should I change it back? Anyways, let's watch the stream. I'm gonna type something right now. Does the searchlight look good so far? Oh yeah, and that one is me. Now I don't know why. Well, I'll say that the searchlight looked good. I'll just say the searchlight looks good for me. Because... Alright, let's add another cylinder. 90. And 90. There we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. This looks like an unusual menu. This looks like an unusual menu. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna do the search, the light, the spotlight part. Now this is a bit tricky, so looks like I'm gonna have to push it back. Well, for this part, I have to push it back. And I think it's on the top. There we go. Good so far. Doesn't it? Would be a bit better if I shrunk it just a little bit more. I'll shrink it a bit more. And what's next? And good so far, no? Doesn't look good so far? Does it look good so far? Any opinions or anything? Nope. Does it look like a good searchlight so far? Does it look like a good searchlight compared to the original? I don't know either. No. Don't know, but watch the stream. Wow. 1 minute. Alright. So, what do you think? Does the logo look good so far? Okay. What you saw on this stream, which is going to YouTube in a little bit, is the beginning of the logo. The main tower, the stage, and, the main tower, stage, and the full parts on the east, on the right side of the logo. The parts on the right, which is the pedestal, the arch, some minor parts, and some boxes and stuff, and beginning of a searchlight. So, that concludes our stream. See you next time. Goodbye.